This is Friday, Sex and Relationships, and I will tell you that yesterday my son was very disappointed in me because I hadn't had sex in a while. No, just kidding. Outside of our house, when Mark pulled in, there was a car outside with steamy windows and loud sounds, but it was parked in our driveway.
Sorry,
loud sounds,
steamy and loud sounds.
Yes,
you're gonna have to clear.
Oh my gosh, attacked in the jungle.
What do you mean?
So
loud sounds.
So my boy, my eldest son and my husband pull in, and all I know is the eldest son comes in. He goes, something weird is happening outside with the neighbor. We pulled up, and we heard a sound going like and had gloves on or something like that.
Sorry,
so I know. This is what he says to me.
Okay, had gloves on and is screaming
and going So I watched,
just like
like that. He goes, I don't know what's going on. He goes, Mom, go. So I go to Mark. I go, did our neighbor murder someone? Finally, because he's going to. And he goes, no, I just pulled in and see that car. And so the car we live at like a dead end, so right beside it. And so the car when Mark pulled in, Mark basically honked and told him to move so we get into our driveway. And then he just pulled a little bit further, right up against the gate of the cemetery. And I'm like, well, what's going on? And he goes, I don't know. It's really weird. There's music. They're kind of loud. It's steamy. I thought maybe they're smoking weed, but they would probably have the windows down. And so my eldest son has learned from me how freaking nosy and juicy I love this stuff. And he's like, Mom, I want to go see it. He goes, don't you want to go? I go, if you go upstairs and you turn off the lights in the room and you look at the window, you'll be able to see, but don't have the lights on because then they'll see you. And then anyways,
Good way to teach your kid to be a voyeur early on. Yes. How to spy on people.
And I said, I'm sorry I don't have binoculars. We'll have to invest because I know he wanted to see what's going on. So afterwards he sits down and he goes to...
That's illegal, but I love it.
Is it?
Peeping Toms, yes.
How would they ever catch me if I have the lights off?
I'm just saying it's illegal.
Okay, I'm gonna do that.
I mean, go crazy.
I will be obsessed. If I lived across from an apartment building...
You do. And they used to have sex in the window.
Right. Oh, yes. Good one. Binoculars. Should I ask for binoculars for Valentine's Day?
Thank you. Yes,
okay.
You should.
Thank you.
Handcuffs and binoculars.
Thank you. And later my eldest son goes, that's so surprising you weren't more into that, Mom. Like, that's so not like you. You know, like it would be like you to go take the dog for a walk right around the car.
He was disappointed in his mom that you didn't go spy on the people having sex in the car.
Yep. Yeah. And he's like, why would anybody have sex in the car? And I was like,
they were having an affair and they had nowhere to go. So it was the car.
And then I was immediately thinking they're probably being sex trafficked.
Oh God.
Well, I mean, it was on our mind. Anyways. Okay. So guys, here's the thing, you know, when we were younger, people told us when you turn 30, when you turn 40, you are going to get so horny. You're going to be swinging off the rafters. Just recently, we spoke to someone who said when you turn, which is 50. Who was that? Thank you. When you turn 50, oh my gosh, you're going to get...
She is single. I'm attached. In all fairness,
she's single. And we do remember that a doctor told us once, if you want to get your libido back, can we get back to her saying to us, get a new partner?
Yeah.
What is she... I want her to deep dive into that more. What do you mean? Did you mean have an affair?
Are you prescribing that?
A lover? Are you prescribing a lover? Do I have a prescription for a lover?
That was a very confusing comment.
I know.
And then just to walk out.
Okay. Sorry. And that was a couple years ago. We never forgot that.
No.
So I'm still like waiting for that like horniness to kick in. I just feel like life gets more and more crazy and maybe it's going to hit, but I don't know if ladies are lying to us because I heard that when you turn around like 50, you're going through menopause and everything's bad. So which one is it?
Right. Well, is it good or is it bad?
Okay. Well, I don't really know. And it could be both. I get it. But like, I would like to be on the fun train. But also in the past few years, I love like finding a hot guy on the internet or a hot guy on TV or a hot guy on TikTok and just like obsessing about him and fantasizing just for the fun of it.
Okay.
Why am I dying on the inside?
Ooh, great question, Natalie.
I feel like, you know how you're like, I don't really do that.
I don't.
I'm like,
oh, you're me.
I'm like, why?
Why? Okay. Why? Well, okay. Okay. Great question.
Because I feel like it shouldn't be age because that should be the opposite. Like all those women that fell in love with William White.
Oh, I know. But he represented something different.
I would do that. I'd go with someone who represents something different.
Well, I think I'm too pragmatic. Like I'm like always thinking about who's going to kill me. Like, are you a murderer? Like I definitely am too. Like I'm definitely way more looking at the angles from like a 360 where you're just thinking probably like you're just stigmatized.
What happened?
Maybe.
Why did I change? And is it going to come back? Because I really like that world. There was a big part of my brain that's where I spent my time.
You also spent it in bed.
Yeah, and I also didn't have teenagers, I guess. So I had more time in my brain.
And they were all at one place.
Mm-hmm.
It was very...
So the kids are taking up my
It was very
space.
cozy. You had a very cozy little... You had a little cozy entity of just normalcy.
How do we get it back? And
I was actually thinking, because I know this is relationships, but it's funny. And I did a TikTok this morning where I was like, it's so interesting because you need people in your life like us and friends because you normalize what makes you feel so alone. So you normalize a situation because if you don't, I think we would be eaten alive by motherhood because I think about what you and I've gone through with 7 kids, even in the past 2 years. And I'm like, because right now I'm in a better place and it's like it's been passed off to you now.
You're exactly right.
And now I'm like, so
you
at
need
least
to have other people so they can show you the light.
So at least I can be like, okay, that's normal. Did you try it? Like I am not bringing my chaos to the situation because my chaos is calm right now. No, it won't. It's going to change again. We all know the tides are going to shift.
Yeah.
And I have had a long chaos. So it's like I'm ready for some calm. And what's interesting is my problems were never your problems and your problems aren't my problems. So it's good because
it's so good.
You don't have the same everlasting same problem. And motherhood, if there's one thing you can guarantee, it will fuck with your relationships and make you feel crazy. It will because there is always a crisis. If you have a child, there is always some type of crisis. And I don't mean it's like crisis, but I mean there's many crises because it's their crisis because they don't have the life experience. So their level 10 is your level 2, but they bring you their level 10. So of course that's going to put a wet blanket on your dick.
Or a dry
search.
Yeah, stick search. And I was
never had we had so much crises and never have you been accessed at the day at this. You are fielding calls from people all day long. And emails from schools. It is actually remarkable that anyone else can live a life. You could not have a job. You could not go into a meeting.
No.
Actually, you couldn't have a meeting.
Or maybe I would be a different mom. They'd be different kids if they couldn't access me. Because if that was just the reality, that's just the reality.
Well, I'm not thinking, like, if you can have, like, 17 phone calls, there's no time for dick. Like, there's not one time. When is there a space for you? Because even when they're at school, it's supposed to be your time out. Because you actually... It's like you're there, you're safe, like you're hopefully you're in a spot. So it's like your brain can stop for a minute, and when you open the door, it's going to be like, like it's coming. But you have a wave. You're amazing at it because I think they should ban phones for kids under 18. I think that they should just shut it off till 4 p.m.
I totally agree.
I'm shut it off.
With you. Those countries, I would love to see what is it, like Sweden or is it Norway or something where they can't have them? I'd love to see like.
What would happen if you did D&D, do not disturb till 3:30?
Well, I guess Snapchat has to be on because they have to be able to like contact like their friends at
Why?
like lunch. Where are you for lunch? I feel like I'd be murdered. I'm
just saying, like, if they couldn't access you and they had to talk to the people they were with at school, what they could text? I'm like literally, I'm really just asking.
2 of them are kind of like that. I don't really get anything from Ted or Teach.
You're about to though. You're about to have 4 things. One day you'll have all of them.
But they might not be the kids that
yes, they will.
do that. I don't think Ted is that person.
I feel like, okay, that's good because I feel like I feel like we're crack. And once they get us, it's like more, like it's like a habit. We're habits. I am I think it impacts your space for think about, because you want to go to therapy you want to rehabilitate for dick. And
another thing I was thinking on that note is, when you get older, whatever, we never really talked about when we had the girls on our podcast, who got their husbands cheated on them and left.
Yep.
And she said, when he was cheating on her for years. And she goes, and before you ask, yes, we were having sex. And they were saying how the marriage was falling apart and they really liked each other. She was still having sex with him. And it kind of sounded like she liked it.
So we'll have to regroup with that one and see why.
Why were you having sex? Was it because you're horny? Was it because you felt it was your job as a wife?
Why would you do that?
Were you
Why
trying
would
to
you
get
do that?
his attention, or did you just like to have sex?
Or was it just part of the daily routine?
Right.
Weekly routine. Like, this is what we do.
Right.
I mean, that is a scary thing with date night, just so you know. Or like, I mean, if you have it scheduled, I mean, maybe you don't know if it's really, there's a problem or not. Because
ooh, right? Oh my gosh, right?
So it's actually terrible to do it.
That's right. Do not do date night. No, I like that. That actually makes a lot of sense. But I do think for me, and I'm not saying I'm going to do it. You know what? I like to say things, but
yeah.
I think like a scheduled sex night, like how Heather Dubrow told us that she did. I think that would be probably good for me.
They have such a fun life.
No, I'm just saying.
They have. I mean, great. If you so on the other night when I schedule it, you schedule something fun.
Yeah.
Like if I'm going to schedule that, you schedule this. Let's have a this and that, not just that.
Yeah.
This and that.
This and that.
If you want that, get this.
Yeah.
Do this for that.
Yeah.
And it's not supposed to be an exchange. It's supposed to be, I want, no, this and that.
Yeah. And when we're not doing this, you better be out there making that. Oh, yeah.
I know. That's your love language.
I know.
Money.
I think it might be for like a lot of women, because I think that I know that they say like money can't buy happiness, but it can relieve a lot of financial stress.
I also think I read this thing. You know, we follow some sex therapists, and it was a really good post. I have to find it, and it was basically on why you should not personalize your partner's like I don't want to, like don't do, because I should find it. But it was basically number one. If they don't want to, it doesn't mean they don't want. They just don't want to in that moment. Like it could take a moment to get there, but like it's just you just can't roll over and then you're like, don't personalize that. Number two, they might need something before you get there. They might need like to talk. They might need a connection. They might don't just assume rejection when someone doesn't want to. Look at the bigger picture of what they need in order to do that instead of this. So what is this and what is that?
And in a relationship, I think sometimes some people, and I'm going to say mostly men, think that like in a healthy relationship, sex is just one of the things, like food and water. It's like something that you do.
Great.
But that doesn't necessarily mean that's what your partner uses sex for.
They were like, don't personalize rejection because two people have so much going on. And if you want to go, and they just don't, a lot of people don't understand why that has to be the way. Like, because for every argument, it is like that there needs to be a connection. This is what women get from it. There's a man saying, well, if I had that, then we could have that. Right? They want to flip and be like, well, then, but relationship 101. If you're smart enough and you want something, figure out how the fuck to get it without throwing a temper tantrum.
I don't think a lot of men are that savvy.
It's so basic.
Because a woman often knows how to get what she wants.
Everything in life has a natural consequence and an event and a consequence. If you do this, you get that. It is so basic. If you touch a hot stove, you get burnt. If you want to figure out what that thing is to lead you to there, rather than just being like, so want to do it? And then you're like, if it's not getting you to the road you want, go down a different road and find the road that works, because you don't just sit there and complain, because it's kind of like children. If they sit there and just complain, they never ever step foot and go figure out how to get what they want. Figure out how you get what you want, and then go and do that thing to get what you want.
Yeah.
It is really psychology.
And the other thing about getting a little bit older and sex and horniness, which I'm like even just talking with women, like I know when you're in a long-term relationship, sex isn't like something that it's not like a fun story that you're going to tell your friend about last night after you guys cleaned the house, you and your husband had sex
on the kitchen counter.
Yeah, but I feel like there's no conversation around sex, and then the people that, I mean, that woman who you know that's single and is horny and having sex, I feel like it's an event. But I feel like, yeah, I know, but I don't feel like there's a lot of her out there. It doesn't seem like, I don't see a lot of women. I mean, we know our girls over in LA, Good Moms Bad Choices, very much talk about sex and are sexual, but I don't know a lot of people that are, and I know it's personal.
A lot of it's relationship based now. Like a lot of it is relationship based, where you see the reason why. And everyone can dig their heels in, But if you're the one with the problem, figure out how to fix it. Don't make the person. If you don't have a problem, then you're not going to fix it. So I'm just kind of like, let's argue over whose problem it is. But ultimately, the one with the bigger problem needs to learn how to fix it.
Yeah.
Not the one who you can't go. You have a problem, fix it. No, I don't. It's your problem, not mine. I mean, I know we're supposed to be in a partnership where we're like it's together, but why am I fixing your problem? Why don't you figure out what the problem?
I just want to get back to reckless horniness.
Yeah, reckless abandonment.
And like, I feel like,
do you walk down the street anymore and get attracted to people?
I just can't believe how many unattractive people there are.
Do you look at a TV and think that guy's really attractive?
It's funny. I'm watching a show right now, and a few people have said to me, "Aren't you so attracted to the main character?" I'm like, zero.
So you're
zero.
So have you?
I did find one guy online I found handsome, but he lives in Lebanon. I don't think he speaks English.
That doesn't matter.
That's true, but
is your motor still firing on all cylinders?
I just actually thought he was handsome. I wasn't actually sexually. Did I say I was sexually attracted to him?
No.
I said I was attracted to him.
Yeah.
But not like sexually.
Okay, so you've lost your sexual spark.
But I also feel like there's not a lot of sexy people coming up in my thing. But when I try to search,
because you're not searching it.
And when I go and search hot guys,
you know what's interesting?
I did last week. Try and find hot guys.
Oh well,
they're all so fucking young.
Oh, you're old.
Well, they're all really young. The guys who want to be hot online are.
You're old.
Like the older men are so appropriate. Come on. Like those guys are like, sometimes I see them when they're hot and I look them up and they're 23.
So in fairness, do you find, this is a graphic question, but I'm going to ask it because Barbara Walters would ask it. Do you still used to find dick, the actual dick in the pants attractive, like flying around? Do you still like that?
I think it can be hot on the right guy.
You can go find that. You can search that rather than just the face.
I mean, I kind of did.
There's
hot
lots.
guys with hot bodies. Would I need to go gray sweatpants?
Yeah. Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
So
you
then
do.
you get a great dong in gray sweatpants.
Well, I'm asking you,
and then the face doesn't match.
Well, I'm trying here. I'm grasping for straws. I'm trying to give you some searchability here. Are you looking? Because that used to be really exciting for you. Was dong.
It wasn't just dong.
You loved when they would do flips and dances.
I mean, that was funny. I was never attracted to Sebby.
Okay, this is good to know.
Yeah.
No, I mean though, are you attracted? Is that attractive?
If it comes with the whole package, like if it was like before Taylor, Travis was very attractive to me.
So face is important to you.
Height and body as well.
Oof.
That's a lot. I'm like your daughter. It's a lot of things to
you
put together.
Are my yes, you are.
It's
yes,
a lot
you are.
of things to put together to actually be attracted. It's a lot, and when you have to add in like
age.
Oh God, age. Yes, age.
What's your youngest right now?
Like,
where's your threshold?
If he's 35, I'm okay.
I don't think you're gonna find a lot of shirtless 50-year-olds.
You know what? I often will be like retired athletes above 6'4". I do. I have searched that before. Yes, I have.
Don't put retired.
I have to say retired. I have to.
Put retired.
Because athletes are done it. Like all I have is like Tom Brady that's 40 and I'm not attracted to him.
You put retired.
I have to. Retired athletes. Hot athletes. I would like one that's retired.
We are so old. Mm-hmm. We are so
I'm
old.
Sorry.
We are so old if you are putting in retired.
Yeah, but they could be 36.
Retired.
Yes.
They're not calling themselves. They're not.
Yes, they are.
Their
retired
hashtags
athletes.
are not retired.
Well, I mean, I have to look up once, and then I like when they become like sports reporters.
Okay,
after.
okay. Get back to Michael Strahan.
I just feel it. I mean, yeah. Okay.
Retired.
I just need him to like not.
I
be
don't
in
know
such
if
a long-term relationship with him.
Like hot guys go with retired.
A retired professional athlete.
I don't know if that you take out retired. Say for 35 plus athletes.
You think I haven't tried?
Nothing.
I get a list of them, and there are only this many professional athletes over the age of this.
So you need a whole new crop to come up. You're just waiting for a bunch of them to retire.
No, because I'm getting older. That's not it. It has to be. They have to be. I like it like a Michael Strahan is perfect, but he's been with that same damn girl for so long.
Okay, so you need them single too. You are a hot mess.
Oh, I also Google single, and I don't care if they've got a bunch of kids and ex-wives. I don't care about that. I just need them to currently be single.
That's new for you too. That's new for you.
No, but I want them to be single, just so I can imagine it. And I don't care if they've got like hussies on everywhere.
I told you, get a VR. You need to go to VR and create your own person. Go there.
My own little AI character.
Yeah, you need one. I think it's time. Go get one. I think it's time.
But I also like the possibility that if for any sad reason Mark dies, I'll go get this guy. He has to actually exist. Like, I like to think of the possibility that I might get him. I might actually, like, if Mark passes away, unfortunately, I will go and you and I will go find him and get our way to him.
I think we have a few layers here to unpack.
I also still like the guy that lives around the corner from you, although I haven't seen him. I would, if I saw that one at a bar, you know, the one that I liked when I was younger and wrote a chapter about him and his wife.
He still has no idea that we see them at the Starbucks, and there is a chapter on him in our book about her crush when she was a teenager.
Guys.
On him, and he is in my everyday. In my
Guys,
everyday.
We have a best-selling book that in a chapter talks about my crush when I was like a teenager. He now lives with the same wife around the corner from Cat. Like,
we need to go. We need to go park outside. We need to go park outside.
Thank you. Can we do that?
Yeah, we do. Early in I need to have
because I
eyes.
did. Remember, I showed you one him, and even you agreed. You're like, oh wow, he actually is good looking.
It's been a long time,
and he's probably like 50. He's probably 56.
I think I know what's going on for you.
Oh,
It's your brain.
okay. What do I do?
It's
Should
your
I
brain.
take more of my sertraline.
It's your brain.
Turn off my brain.
I do believe that your brain is you're searching. Okay, let's do some therapy here.
Tell me if he's.
I believe that
I hope we come
because
out
the
on the
fact
other
that
side.
you're back to that one again shows me you're looking for something different than just physicality, and the fact that
He's so hot.
that you're having such a hard. No, I'm saying you're having a hard time finding someone is telling me that before it was just reckless crushes because you didn't have to think about all the other characteristic traits. You could just be like, you know what, that one would do. That will do. That's great. I could do that. Now it's like actually a prototype of something you're looking for. No, that's like you're looking for like a the future in case your husband dies. So
Natalie. You know, I said,
crazy.
I mean, or he could leave me, you know, but I said, and by the way, I don't want to get into a long-term relationship with anybody ever after this.
Remind yourself of that when you're searching.
Yeah.
Wait, after this, where are you going?
Sorry, after this marriage.
But you're still married.
Yeah, but if it ended, I'm not going to get into another long one. Ugh, no. But, you know, someone recently I tried to set up and they're not going to go out with that person. I go,
Oh, you could.
I said, good, that leaves it for me.
Okay, got it. You're really going down a slippery path.
Oh, but it's so fun.
So then good. As long as it's fun. As long as you're having a good time over there. You know what? You're thinking too much. I told you this. You are thinking way too much. Stop thinking. I know based on the text that I get from you how much you're thinking.
Ew.
And you know you don't text me at nighttime anymore, which tells me that you're really thinking. Because before you text me weird things.
Okay.
And you'd send me like profiles and you'd like deep dive. You don't deep dive anymore either. You used to deep dive on people
I know.
and send me people.
And you know what else
I don't even
was
know what
thinking?
you do anymore.
Do you just watch a fucking show?
Okay. Yeah. You need to go and do some.
And you remember when we went to the fire station once and
I had a picture came up recently.
I was like, I can't picture us doing that now. Is that because we're too mature? Like, just picture doing that right now. You and I getting into a car and going to a fire station asking if they have a calendar.
Yeah.
Were we just like young and foolish then?
I think.
How did that change?
Well, I think that your kids the kids being online is a lot harder too. I think that really,
like, Mom,
that bothers
what did
you.
you just
That
do?
bothers you more than me.
I mean,
In a way, like I'm kind of like because I feel like my kids don't care as like they're
no, they don't care.
no, they're kind of like you're crazy,
No.
and they all know it, and they don't care.
Yeah.
And my one is kind of crazy too, and she's
And
hilarious.
I think my kids are aware of their
social.
Yes.
And mine are like, whatever. I don't care at all. And he's like, do you know my teacher watches you?
Yeah.
And I'm like, yeah. And he's like, you don't care? Like, no. He's like, you crazy. He just,
I know.
but he's great.
Yeah.
I've got 3 kind of
I know.
well,
the 2 top ones are weirdos.
total, and the little one's coming up hot and strong too.
I'm fucking waiting for a weirdo.
The fact that she has no shame and I slay queen, I am a slay queen, and a spelling test tells me you are in grade 3, and to your teacher, I am a slay queen.
I think one of my favorite things about that, and this was an Insta story that Kat put up of her daughter spelling test. My favorite part was nothing was spelled right, and she still thought she was a slay queen.
Yep.
It's not like she got 10 out of 10, and she's like, I'm a slay queen.
Yeah.
I'm still a slay queen, however I spell these fucking words.
Yep.
Slay.
And it was like adding adjunctions or something. It was like you had to do it twice.
I had no idea what was going on in there. By the way,
It was like double
something equals something. What?
Yeah.
This looks like math, but they're words.
Yes.
What? I looked at it for a second. I was like, I have no idea what's going on here.
Me neither.
Back to slay.
I don't even think I knew the last word. I'm like, is this French?
So many vowels in a word.
I
Like,
know.
why?
And
Oh,
she's still, I'm a slay queen, slay. So I think maybe you should move into my house for a while. The guy's never home.
The guy's never home.
That guy's never home. And it's just the girls. It's a girl. They will just entertain you and eat. They'll entertain you, eat, say weird things. You two can talk about your weird men that you like in a very small window. The little one can do high kicks and show you things. I'll deal with sass and boots over there.
Sass and boots.
I'll deal with sassy boots and the dudes.
You know what I think I need to watch?
I can also deal with the one who sleeps.
Yeah.
Let's wife swap.
Oh my god. But the husbands just go away.
I mean, I'll sleep with him.
No. Here, I'm just gonna tell you one thing.
You don't have to sleep. We have a separate, we have 2 mattresses in the bed, so you wouldn't even have to, you could just lie.
I would never sleep.
I'm just saying you could get your own duvet.
No, I'm just saying, why would we ever sleep with a man again if we had a choice?
Yeah, I'm just saying if you need.
I don't mean sex. I mean in a bed.
If you need me to sleep in the bed with your husband, if you need that, I would do that for you.
You know what I think I need to watch more of?
What?
The Housewives.
Okay.
Those people are reckless.
Reckless.
Like
Get
when
into
we
that.
talk to
They are. It is. It
intense.
because they yell a lot. It
You know,
is
that's
quite
funny.
like.
I know someone who had to take a break because it was too intense.
It's too.
Sorry, they had to quit the Housewives.
Yeah, it rattles my brain. It causes your blood pressure to go high. So, we need back the hills. We need back just stupid reality TV.
Stupid reality
of
TV.
just no drama, just crushes. I love you.
I should have gotten back into The Bachelor, and it's
a new one's coming. A new one's
It's
coming.
already here.
And the farmer one's coming. Let's get on the farmer one. Absolutely, the farmer one. Absolutely.
Is he rich farmer?
I don't care. It's 4 farmers. Let's
Oh,
go.
there's 4 farmers.
Yeah.
Well, I'm only 4 episodes beyond the new ones. Maybe I should get into that.
Farmers.
No.
Let's do the farmers.
No, I'm gonna do the other one.
Let's do both.
Both. Let's do both.
Just clear your brain.
Yeah, and then I got to put that really great.
I think we should get a hobby too.
Okay, what is it?
I don't know, golfing. Okay, golfing. That's a great one because you can't be accessed. Maybe it's. I don't know. Let's think about that. A hobby.
I don't want to be something that I have to manage to get good
I was
at.
thinking a book club at a bar.
That's what I'm talking about.
A Thursday night book club. You, me, that one. A book club at the bar. Why do they get hockey night? They have these things that they do. We have book club at a bar.
And we're searching for cool bars in the city, and we only sit at the bar. With
we
bartenders.
just go to the same place because we don't like to go far.
Oh.
Yeah, but we go and
I
sit
hate
and
that
talk.
it takes time to get places.
Yeah, let's just go sit.
Maybe we should move to New York.
We'll pretend we're book clubbing,
right?
but we're at a bar.
Yes.
We're going to book club. Where this week, and we just rotate the book clubs.
Our husbands were like, "What the fuck?"
I don't care. You go and play hockey and get naked and drink beer in a locker room.
That's true. That's fun. I would do that.
Yeah. We don't do that.
Well, we could join them, but not your husband's.
We want our own. We want our own thing.
Yeah.
So mine's a book club at a bar.
Okay.
They have all these things: hockey, golf, all of these things. Let's go get our thing. And go out early. You know that one down there who my husband goes with?
Mm-hmm.
We all go for a neighborhood dinner. And she's like, I just can't go on this one night because that's the only night my husband gets to go play hockey. I'm like, that's so nice of you. That's the one night he gets to go out and do that. I'm like, wow. That is what we call a respectful relationship. I'm going to figure the fuck out. I'm going out. No, sorry. That is his night out. I honor your night out of beer in the dressing room.
She might also love that night.
I mean, it just felt very much like that's his only. They have young kids, so I'll give them 5-10 years.
I know, right?
I mean, it seems great.
And you know that all I want for friends who become single is to go and be wild and crazy and tell me the stories. I want to go hang out with that friend. I want to hear her stories. I'd like to be friends with her. Can you give her my number?
The one that I know?
Yeah.
Okay. I got 2 crazy friends.
Yeah, I want both of them.
You got one in your life?
I know.
Okay, bye, y'all.
Bye.